family business. So in 2007, I've joined our company as director. Now, last couple of days, you guys have been attending entrepreneurship program. So let's talk about what life is about. So if I have to ask you, you want to live a very fulfilling or satisfactory life, what would be your answer? I would like to hear some responses from you. Yeah, that's better. Thanks. So, what is your imagination about fulfilling, satisfactory life? Can it be about creating some value, contributing something new to the world? Can it be about asking why things are not better? Why I cannot make, why this thing is not faster? Why is it not cheaper? Why is it not efficient? What I can do to make it look even better or user friendly or easier? So all such questions, when you try to contribute to the world or try to create some value, and when you cherish the passion for excellence, all these thoughts come to your mind. Next is about, your life. If it is thrilling, then it would have certain meaning. If 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 you're ready for an adventure, if you're willing to take risk, well, without risk you cannot have thrill in life. So you got to have, you got to take some risk, right? And most important is listening to your heart and following your heart. So what, doing what you love to do, and you what you feel like doing all the time, and this, and further beyond that, realizing your aspirations. Now what could, like, aspiration means making your dream come true, or you know like, there is one famous quote from one of the best entrepreneurs known to anyone, Mr. Dhirubhai Ambani, that if you don't, if you you well, if you fail to act on your dream, somebody else will hire you to act on his. So it means you have to get up sometime if you really wish to have fulfilling life. And that's what is entrepreneurship is about. That's what is thrilling life is about. And same applies for the entrepreneurship. So now let me ask you one more time. What do you think? Wow, what are the roles of the entrepreneur? What he's supposed to do, what he does, what do entrepreneur do? Can anybody tell? I need answer this time at least. I need to start row by row. I guess you had a good lunch. That's why everybody is feeling drowsy and not being responsive.
In a different manner, it helps the economy of our country.
Very good. Can we have claps? So two reasons for clapping. One is when you clap, it puts some pressure on your points, so it wakes you up. And second is you are encouraging someone, so it is generating some goodwill. More responses, please.
Entrepreneurs should have innovative ideas.
Right. Good. Claps. So you are waking up now. More. So what does he do? Does he, is he a leader? Probably yes. Does he take initiatives? Yes. Is he a risk taker? Yes. Is he smart enough to exploit on marketing opportunities? Probably yes. If he doesn't keep track of marketing opportunity, probably he will be nowhere, right? So again, so entrepreneur is someone like he's a leader. He is willing to take initiative. He is willing to take risk, and is taking advantage of marketing opportunity by employing human resources or by planning, by developing a business model, by organizing, and this is often done by innovating something new, or by improving. It might not be necessarily product, or it could be service, product, or anything which is traded or dealt, anything which contributes to human race rather. So entrepreneur is someone who is innovating the things and improving and offering excellence. And in order to do that, there are three basic things he need to follow. That is, first one is that he need to have good managerial ability, means he should have good problem solving skills and go getter attitude, or he should have good team building skills, and he should realize that yes, he is the final one, he is the Brahma of this world, so he is responsible for any success or failure. I am accountable, nobody else. He cannot put finger on anyone else, but he has to do it on his own. So he has to face the music. So he entrepreneur needs to be ready to lock the bull with horns. I hope you guys are getting what I'm trying to say. So now coming back to my journey of being entrepreneur, we basically make springs in the wire diameter range of 0.2 millimeter. So we can make springs with a wire as thin as of our hair, or even two as big as a railway wagon suspension spring, which is a heavy spring of wire diameter of 35 millimeter. So this entire and I'm proud to tell you that uh, we've been recognized and acknowledged by Nuclear Power Corporation or Engine Factory Audi as one of the best or high-tech spring manufacturer across India. And also, and also we have offered more than 200 import substitutes in last 4 years. Uh, so like replacing imports from Germany, USA, Italy, etc. So when I came to India, that time naturally like any entrepreneur, I chalked out a business plan, and it appeared to me that we should increase the product range, and for that purpose we basically finalized one particular Vafios machine from Germany, uh, and the cost of that original equipment was around 3.5 cr. So it was outrageously expensive, so we decided to go with the used machine. And this we found one supplier from France who had this German make Vapios machine, and he was ready to sell it at 40 lakh rupees. So it was a good deal for us. So we went to France, took some trial, and since we Indians, we are very stingy, so we hurried up on our trials. We hardly gave 2 hours for the trial, and we came back. After commissioning this machine, we realized that we kept on producing springs for say 7-8 hours, and my operator comes to me and tells that, sir, this machine is giving variation. We got a problem. I thought, so we went down and saw, we could, first of all, we couldn't believe ourselves. And then, because we had taken trial, but then it occurred that after 2 hours, this machine is repeatedly giving inconsistent product or products with inconsistent specifications. So we thought it could be about hydraulic oil. Hydraulic oil must be getting hot, and because of that there must be some variation, or maybe control panel is getting hot, and electronic uh, thermal noise is created, and because of that some variation is generated. So we put some chiller to the hydraulic unit, and also we added a AC panel cooler to the control panel. Still variation was there. So we called some industry expert, service technicians, electronics expert. Their advice to us was, you give up on this machine, you have to sell it in scrap. We cannot do anything. The problem with the machine was that it had, and that machine was manufactured in 1984, and it had, that time we did not have PLCs or microprocessor, but all automation. But still, just because it was manufactured in Germany, it was, the logic was designed with and or nor gate. So all such thousands of relays, physical relays, were there in the control panel, and so logic was quite complicated. And if you look at the circuit diagram, it had some 400 pages of logic in it. And as a mechanical engineer, I couldn't understand that logic either. So and since all those components were obsolete, so we couldn't also find the alternative in market as well. So in business, or during entrepreneurship, we come to a point where we come across all such constraints where we are forced to innovate. There is no other alternative. Yes, fine. If I had money, I would have gotten quotation from Germany. The company was ready to retrofit at 1.5 cr, but that was not the choice. So ultimately, we had to take tough call, and we decided to completely overhaul and or NOR gate structure and replace it with the PLC, servo motor, microprocessor, drive itself. So latest technology. So we had two advantage. One is we have upgraded the machine, which is as good as 5 crore rupees for market worth, and fortunately we were successful with that, and that became our strength in market, because only two suppliers in India are having such machine. But we got through that. So the point is, you know you are, as an entrepreneur, you must be always open to face the music. And you guys are passing through technical education, engineering education. Let me tell you, when I was working in US as a design engineer, I had many American colleagues, and my language mostly mechanical, and people can understand better. But if I ask them, have you done this CAM design structure? They would say, so sorry, it was for an option for us. So they have very limited syllabus, but ours is super dose. Our engineering syllabus is like, we have even for mechanical engineering, you will have programming, electronics, thermal, hydraulics, every super dose of all subjects, and that becomes our strength. Our Indian engineers quality, you know, Indian engineer in US is identified, any like even doctor or engineer, we have got a very good brand name overseas. Why? Because we are sincere, knowledgeable, down to earth, and first and most important, result giver. And the reason being, but we don't understand our value back in India. That we realize only after going there, and then we understand we had such a good syllabus designed for us, and that too we we sometimes blame our memorizing system, but for some reason it is working out fabulously for Indians, and that is why you see like best of the best firms in US having more than say 30%, 40% employee strength, like Microsoft, IBM, NASA, etc. So keeping that apart, so we need to innovate, and even as an entrepreneur you need to innovate to for the process need as well. Like there is one example today's agenda is sharing some experiences, so I might be telling some stories to you, so you have to bear with me. uh, yeah, so we are supplying Inconel springs to Nuclear Power Corporation for a very critical application, that is reactor. So, first time ever in history of India, they have procured springs locally, and that too from us. Earlier, in the like for previous 30 years, they were importing. So this was a very critical component, and there is a simple load testing procedure for this spring, which requires operator to compress it to two separate load points, and he has to precisely stop near those positions in order to check the load. But the whole process was taking about 3 minutes to do it, and the quality manager from Nuclear Power Corporation, he was visiting our works, and he said this way, we had an order of 8,000 quantity. So if we do the equation, it would take about 20 days to check one particular spring. Lot. So he asked our team, can we do something with which we can cover it within 2 days? And he was slightly cranky because 20 for him staying here for 20 days from away from his family, that could have dissatisfied our customer, and we didn't want that to happen. So it was like a business loss for us. So we had to come up with some solution. So idea we just brainstormed the idea, and it occurred that we can just take a servo motor from one of the CNC machine running in our plant and attach it to the mechanical machine, and literally within 3 hours we converted a mechanical load tester into a single axis robot, and with that the checking time for the spring was reduced to 10 seconds, so entire inspection was carried out within 2 days maximum. So 20 days to 2 days. So on the fly, you know, on the fly, you need to keep on innovating. And when I asked you in the beginning what life is about, so like contributing, creating something new, or seeking, loving what you try to do, love doing what you love to do, and all. So it really matters practically when you are on to the task, and you come across many very unexpected circumstances or unexpected challenges where you need to really believe that yes, we can do it, and it's not a uh, I will say it's not about being great or having super knowledge of certain thing or having rocket science knowledge of certain area, but it's about just getting things done in time and within constraints. So my idea behind telling this thing is that yes, it is a thrilling uh, life. So entrepreneurship can be very thrilling and fulfilling. Even and sometimes there are changes in industry and in market structure. Like you have to be very, as an entrepreneur, you have to be very dynamic, and you need to adapt to the flexible environment. like occasionally products gets obsolete. We used to produce jigs and fixtures earlier, and that's why the name Purun comes in our company's name. But over time, since with the evolvement of CNC technology, the requirement of jigs fixtures was reduced. So we had to focus into a product where we could generate business on scalable basis. So that's how we got into springs. Again, next requirement coming from our customer was that supplier should be local. He should be within say 20 kilometer or 40 kilometer vicinity for us. So that so we from Jalgaon, although we are having airport, but it's not operational. So we had to relocate to Pune, and we had to put our office in Pune, so that even for a customer in Coimbatore or Chennai or Manesar, we can be within 4 hour reach maximum by air or by within Pune. It is not a question at all. So the next challenge was how to operate plant from Pune, because our plant or operations are in Jalgaon. So we had to again install web conferencing, Skype, and CCTV cameras, pan tilt, zoom cameras, and we had to train our team. And we can now we are at a point where my setting operator asked me, sir, जरा तो कॅमेरा ऑन करा, मला सेटिंगचा असाचा प्रॉब्लेम येतोय, तुम्ही जरा मदत करा मला तिकडून फोन करून. And even we are giving the live demonstration to our customers. So again, the boon for us is if we keep abreast with the latest technology, and you know, we can always overcome whatever challenges might come in our way. So and again, you know, as an entrepreneur, you should be always the one who keeps your eyes and ears open to the new trends, new technology, and to the knowledge basically. Like to get some competitive advantage, uh, we decided to even 4 years ago we decided to even further broaden our product range, and in that attempt we decided to implement the hot coiling technology heavy springs. For that purpose, traditionally heavy springs are uh, produced by heating rods to red hot condition and later doing coiling operation on it. With that, there is with the traditional method, if you're mechanical or sorry to bring mechanical and metallurgy again and again, but you can understand my language. So there is a significant decarb layer or oxidation and grain size variation, which is which deteriorates the performance of the product. So we came up with our own new technology, first time in India, where we are coiling heavy spring like railway wagon suspension spring with cold condition, and offering twice as much as cyclic life, which otherwise our competitors are doing. And I'm not this was not new technology for the world, but it was new technology for India. But for that purpose, we had to do lot of research, use many technical, read many technical papers, and even do lot of research for purchase.